Hey guys, this is DirectMinecraft here, and today I am live again on my channel. Man, it has been a while. But before we get things officially rolling, I know you guys have had a long wait, but I need your help with something. But first, let me show you what I have to offer. Now, there we go. Yeah, let me just, I have created a new Discord server, and, well, and it's only going to last for a month. Me and Marcus will make a video about it. Me and Marcus are the owners, as you can see. I think you can see. I can't tell. I mean, there's me. There's DirectMinecraft. And here's Marcus. We both own the server. And on January 1st, when I make the final live stream of the year, I will be deleting the server around that time. So... And I'm hosting a Christmas trivia, too. Alright, so join now if you guys already haven't. And without any further ado, alright, let's go ahead and get to my intro. Who wants to see the intro? I don't know, but I'm gonna play it anyway, so here it is. Man, that never gets old. Now then, like I said earlier, I need your guys' help to do a little... I probably said this already in the live chat, and I need your help to commit a heist. It's a series that Markiplier has made, kind of similar to that series I reacted to, Who Killed Markiplier, but this time, I actually need your help. Because there are 31 endings to pick from. And today, I will be doing 5 of them. And I need your help to pick which endings to go for. Alright guys, so after the 5th ending, I'm going to end off the stream. I need you guys to join my Christmas Discord if you can. Anyway guys, let's go ahead and, alright. Because I really need help. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Just gotta wait for the... Alright, here's the video. To get started with, all I have to do is push the play button and we're set to go. Now, like I said guys, I really want your help. I need it. Just please, help me out here. Alright. Tell me in the live chat what I need to do, because I'm not really sure. Now then, there we go. Let's get started. This is also technically a reaction, guys, so hope you guys are enjoying. Ooh, a security guard. Where are we? Museum? What is that? A grappling hook? A heist with Markiplier. There should be some cards up there. Up in the... Alright, now we're in the vents. Ooh, and I made it inside of a museum, apparently. Is this a museum? What the?
Alright, we're in. You know the plan, right? What am I saying? You practically wrote it. Everything you need is in your bag, so let's synchronize our watches on 3.
Hey, Mark.
3! Perfect. Now, stick to the plan and you'll be just fine. But if you deviate from it for even a single moment, I won't come back for you. Okay? Good luck.
Oh, interesting. Oh, what is that?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Oh no! Not the old steak trick. I'm not falling for that twice. Yeah,
Why?
stay down. I'm not even gonna look at this thing. I'm looking at you right in the eyes. I look to this thing.
Nicely done, buddy. All according to plan. And speaking of plan, looks like we are, yeah, we're moving on to phase 2. You ready? On my go. Go!
Huh. That's amazing.
Behind you, behind you.
Another guard.
Tracks the intruder. Quiet as a ninja suppressing a fart in church. Ha ha! There she is. Three-legged woman. Got you now. Oh, this? Just my gun. You're safe with me, man. Stick the balls. I mean, who's there? Come back!
Great job, buddy. I'll meet you over there.
So that's kind of funny.
All right, we are so close to the vault. Come on, stay low and stay quiet.
Huh?
This way.
That's weird. Sorry about that, guys.
There. Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Oh, I can almost taste it.
You want to know my favorite thing about this vault?
Go on.
You need 2 keys.
One for you, one for me.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Security!
I love this job.
Crap. Oh, crap. This wasn't in the plans. There are 2 keys for this vault. We need to get them from those guards or any guards that are moderately less competent than those. Why don't you go back the way we came? And why don't I have a little bit of a chat with that guard over there? Be back in a flash. Be back in a flash.
Ooh. Huh? What just happened? This seems to sound trite.
You got it.
Twice.
I got one too. Come on. I think these are what we need to get in that vault. Oh, boy. Oh, this is it. You ready? Now on 3. 1. What the hell? Yeah, whatever. After you. Oh, this is it.
Oh,
This
what is that?
really it?
Is that some kind of box?
This is what we've been working towards all those years. It's finally ours. This is gonna change our lives forever. Crap. It's fine. This is why we plan. Oh, okay. I see 2 ways out of here. There just so happens to be a sewer that runs directly beneath this vault. I suppose we could have gone in that way, but that doesn't matter. We could either go through the sewer all sneaky-like, or we could go out guns blazing. Yeah, I found these bad boys in the pirate exhibit on the way over here. But we gotta choose fast. I think they're on the way, and they're not gonna be friendly when we're in here with the box and the bomb and gun. So...
Alrighty guys, this is time for you to intervene into the story. Now I'm just waiting for you guys to go ahead and tell me which one to pick. Should we go all sneaky like, or guns blazing just like the one Markiplier is holding right now? Alright, so... Alright. Alright. What to do? What to do? Since nobody's answering. Alright. I'm gonna limit my options here. Oh, hey, Kayla Fowler, the gamer slash blogger, says hi. Oh, Kayla Fowler, the gamer slash blogger, I need your help. Please. Should I go... Okay, we just robbed a box. So, should I go into the sewers all sneaky like, or go out guns blazing? What do you say, Kayla? Because I really need help, and I'm really counting on anyone. Literally. Alright. Let me just put my phone over there so I can go ahead and see it. Alright, like I said, I need help. The first one, that would be the sewers all sneaky like. Alright, let's go. Alright, guys. So, thanks to Kayla Fowler, I am now going into the sewers all sneaky like. And, oh, really? It had to take me out of full screen.
You're no fun, but you might be smart. Okay, if we're gonna take the sewer route, we might as well be as quiet as humanly possible. Thanks for the help. After me.
Alright. I'll be honest. Why have a sewer inside of a vault?
Shut up.
You guys agree with me?
Right,
like, why have a sewer
I think we're on the
inside
right path.
a secret vault?
And
It's
I know my
ridiculous.
plan correctly, and I...
Ooh, and our map is ruined.
That's all right. That's okay, because I have an impeccable sense of direction, and I know exactly...
Hey, over here. I think they went into the sewer.
Hide.
I said it. I told them when they built it, putting a sewer entrance underneath what was supposed to be the most secure vault in the museum is just grossly irresponsible, you know?
I need help throughout the stream, Kayla, so if you're still here, please help me.
Regardless, they gotta be around here somewhere.
You're right. You know what? You're right. But we need to split up. Cover more ground.
That's a great idea. I love that idea.
No, you're the one who usually has the great ideas.
No, my ideas suck. You have the best ideas every time.
Come on.
No, you always have the greatest ideas.
No copyright intended. And subscribe to Markiplier. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Ooh, okay, in that car.
Oh, God!
You could have just hid behind the barrel, dude.
Next time, you get the barrel.
Fair enough.
Okay, all right. Let's keep moving. The sewers have to drain somewhere, so all we gotta do is follow the stream until we find the exit. It's that easy.
The first one was longer, so it's probably
sewer. Why'd you have to pick a sewer, huh? There's nothing good about a sewer. It's dark, it's dirty, it's damp.
I think I might limit my endings to 3.
Oh, well. Looks like our luck might be changing. I think the tunnel splits off 2 different ways down there. So, partner.
Huh? Whoa, what's going on?
No, not this time.
Well, what was he running from?
You wanted me to do that, didn't you? Well, could you hand me that rag behind you?
I don't see a rag.
Thanks, buddy. All right.
Oh, nice
now,
suit.
Whatever that guy was running from, I'm sure it couldn't have been that bad. Or at least it didn't sound that close. So let's just keep moving. And it looks like we've got 2 choices in front of us. The dark tunnel that security guard just ran down from and then screamed and then died in. Or the light tunnel, where there's possibly an end to it, where it might drain to an escape so we can be scot-free and enjoy our loot. Well, which is it gonna be?
Alright guys, it's decision time again. Letting my fans pick my endings. Alright, so... alright. Okay, so Kayla Fowler just left me. So, let's see. Okay, I still need help. Like, a lot of help. There's no point asking the server, so... my server, maybe? Oh, come on, guys. You're the guys who are picking for me. I need you to help me decide my ending. Come on. You guys don't even care. Alright. 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 You know what? Unless you guys have a suggestion to help me, then I say, screw you guys. I'm gonna pick. Alright, so there's the dark tunnel, which Mark explained where that security guard just went down and died in, or the light tunnel. The light tunnel seems longer, but the dark tunnel, maybe the darkness could be our advantage from getting away from those cops that are trying to arrest us for stealing that weird box. The light tunnel, it will at least it'll be easier to see in order for us to escape. They are both good options, just like the subtitles, which I turned on for those of you who cannot hear me. Just trying to be nice. Alright. Let's go! And Markiplier doesn't... Huh? What's this? Really, Kayla? You left my live stream for making the video. You know what? Like I said. Oh, and check out Kayla's channel. I do not have a link, and I will not be putting it down, but check her out in my channel list. She should be there. I think. But that doesn't matter. Let's get back to the video. Or stream. A live stream of a video. Alright. I am going to select the light tunnel. Alright.
Oh, oops. All right. Wow, for a second there, I thought you were going to choose the tunnel with all the screaming and the...
Oh yeah, there we go.
Anyway, come on. If that's the exit, and we are so close to being scot-free. Oh, that sounds like a drain to me. Freedom!
Freedom! Are we? Oh yeah, we're outside. What the? A witch?
Well, that didn't go as I expected. Oh, where the hell are we?
That's where I'm asking.
Hey, can you pass me that piece of driftwood over there?
What driftwood?
Thanks. Here, take my hand.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Okay. So, we are somehow in the middle of the ocean with no one around to help us and, no way to call for help. No matter. We'll improvise. I'm an improvisationor. Okay, so if we're stuck out here, there's only two possible things we could do. We could wait for someone to rescue us, or we could try to row home with these arms of mine. I can't be that far, right? I mean, we were...
Alright guys, it's decision time again. Woohoo! And I think someone is here. So whoever you are, I don't know who. Do you have a suggestion? Should I row home or should I wait for a rescue? I mean, I really need your help if you're watching. Please, help me out here. Cause, okay, so let me tell you the options in case you are actually listening. If we wait for a rescue, the odds are we could be, oh, wait for a rescue? That's what you're saying, Kayla? Alright, we could starve and die, or we could try rowing home, which could take forever, so... wait for a rescue and die of hunger by waiting, or row home and, well, just... And it'll take forever, and even if we do get there, we'll probably be dehydrated anyway, so... Neither of them are good. But let's go with Kayla's suggestion. Let's wait for a rescue. See what happens.
Oh, all right. Probably best to conserve our strength anyway.
Oh, whoa!
Wait.
Mark's got an idea.
I forgot we had this.
The box.
Might as well put it to good use, huh?
Avast! Prepare to be boarded.
What does he mean by boarded?
And Markiplier's dead. And who the heck is that guy?
After all these years of searching, and the greatest treasure in all the seven seas falls right into me lap. Oh, 'tis truly a thing of beauty.
What is that thing?
Wait, do I know ye, friend? You've got a familiar look to your face. And I never forget a face.
Whoa! Am I on a boat? Or a ship? Or yet, a pirate ship? This is not turning out well for me.
Let's get just one time, friend. Do you know what this here scroll be?
What's the scroll?
Well, do ya?
Oh!
I mean, seriously, do ya?
Okay. Okay, guys. Another choice. Should I say I know everything, or should I say I know nothing? I know everything seems a little short. 50 seconds. And I know nothing seems longer, but I don't know what to pick, guys. Cause what should I tell him? Should I tell him I don't know anything, or should I tell him I know everything about that scroll that apparently that was in the box? Well, guys, what do you suggest? Cause I'm a little scared. Oh, and oh, there we go. Say I know everything. You know, Kayla's literally picking the first thing that I say with, okay, you know what? Sure. We'll go with her idea. Let's see where it gets us. Let's tell this pirate dude that we know everything. We know everything about that scroll, and we know everything about what that box was.
Oh, you do you?
Huh?
Well, for one so knowledgeable, ye ain't none too bright.
What?
You see, I knew I recognized your friend. Oh, yes, I knew. You're the type of person that wants to steal my treasure.
Treasure?
Oh, and
I already stole that box.
No one steals my treasure. Ta-ta.
What's going on? Guys? What's happening? Wait a minute. No. Oh, Christ. Aw. Well, guys, we just got shot out of a cannon. All thanks to Kayla Fowler, the gamer / blogger. I still have 2 more endings to go through before this live stream is over. So, alright. Let's see if we can, Alright, let's get back to the beginning, guys. And this time, I hope we can go for a different ending than that one. Alright, guys? Something different than... Oh.
I'm a serious gamer.
Oh, come on. A stinking ad.
Watch out.
I hate ads. Alright, you know what? Since we've already seen this, let's head straight to this part. Alrighty, guys. It's time to see, should we go out guns blazing, or should we go all sneaky like again? I'm leaving it up to you guys, because last time we had to go all sneaky like. Alright, so, alright. Should I go for the sewers again, or should we go out with a gun and a bomb in our hands? I don't know if you're still watching, Kayla. Alright, I think you're still watching. Alright. I know someone's watching, so whoever you are, you got me another choice. We have a chance to try again 2 more times. To consider this 3 lives. Then game over. So should we go out with guns blazing or all sneaky like going back down into the sewers again? Okay. Alright. What do you guys suggest? Because personally, they both seem pretty good. If you're not telling me, I'm going to go ahead and pick myself. So this is a good chance to pick. You know what? We already did the whole sewers thing. Let's go out guns blazing. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say that. Fire in the hole.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'd like to see stuff blow up.
Before that puppy
you guys want to
blows.
see stuff blow
when
up?
it does, I'll dash right.
Oh. That works. Oh, they're chasing us. And,
Right in here. Oh, yeah, this is perfect.
Wait, attention danger. World's largest collection of ancient gunpowder. Is no one paying attention to science today?
Where's the light? Is this it? Oh.
Well, there's a light, and... Every known lithium bomb... Oh no.
All we gotta do is be
no.
really careful and really quiet as we get to the exit on the other side of this room. And then we'll be home free.
Hey, I think that might be in here.
Maybe they didn't mean in here.
I was right. They are in here. Run!
Are you guys idiots? Oh no. Get out of there. Get out of there. I hope it only blew up that specific room, because they should put some glass cases in there.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. I guess ancient gunpowder would be ancient.
Anyway, we should get going.
So that
we got it
means
still on our tail. So
it's
quickly
just
through here.
Dead, I guess.
Okay, we're safe for now, but we're not out of the woods. What we need is a vehicle to get us back to the base safely and quietly. So keep your eyes out. Whoa!
Ooh, it looks like a choice.
Okay. This could be perfect. We've got a helicopter and some kind of car. Either one will be good, but I think that one flies and that one drives, probably. So maybe that one will be like quicker, but maybe louder. I don't think we want that.
Alrighty guys, it's time for another choice. And this time I'm not gonna go reckless. I'm leaving it all up to my one viewer. Alright. Should I go for a helicopter and fly in the air? Or should I take a car and drive away? What to pick? What to pick? Because I made this live stream especially for you guys. To help me. So you could help me be a part of the stream. Instead of just being this a video. I am gonna make another video, maybe tomorrow, or maybe not. I really don't care. But come on, guys, tell me, what would you if you were if you just got out of a museum like that, would you take a car or a helicopter? A car or a helicopter? Come on, guys. I'll be honest. What seems like more fun? The car or the helicopter? Come on, guys. Please. Someone. Come on, guys. I don't exactly have time here. I have a big day tomorrow. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Please. Someone. Anyone? Come on, guys. I'm trying to be nice here and giving you a choice. Be a part of the story. Okay, that came out wrong. That kind of reminds me of Supernatural. Anyway, never mind. Please, guys. If you guys really, really want to be in the stream, help me. Help me. You guys will be helping me with this. The faster you answer, the faster I can get going with this. You know what, like I said, I'm on a time delay here, so I am going to pick for you. I say we go for a bad helicopter. Oh, yes.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, come on.
Oh,
it
yeah.
might still be on our tail, so
Okay,
we
let's see
gotta get
Markiplier
in,
fly
get
a
up,
helicopter.
and then get out. Oh, and we are going to be getting out in style. Oh, after you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this thing. It's so cool. Oh, come on. Get in. Do the thing with the... You got the key, right? And, what, you don't know how to fly a helicopter?
I thought you did.
Well, then why did you pick a helicopter if you didn't know how to fly it?
Right.
Now we're in
I landed us in jail.
In prison. I don't belong here. Maybe you belong
One
here, but...
Mr. Markiplier.
Oh, officer, it's Markiplier, actually, and I'm innocent.
And one your...
Welcome. So nice y'all to join us here at Happy Trails Penitentiary. Y'all look a little nervous. There's no need. In this place, we believe in rehabilitation over punishment. I think you're gonna like it here. Let's say we speed things up a bit, shall we?
Yes, Mr. Murder Slaughter. We have one wallet, one non-brain
Wait,
phone.
Murder Slaughter. That's a
stick
weird name
of
for a
gum
warden.
and some string.
Seems
One
like normal stuff to
16th
me.
century flintlock pistol, likely used by pirates for boarding actions. One map, drawn out of what appears to be crayon.
Okay, the map.
And a weird-ass box.
Oh no, not the box.
well,
I
what
want
do
that
we
box.
have
Give me back
here?
my box. We stole that thing fair and
I
square.
think I'm gonna hold on to this for safekeeping.
Actually, that's my box.
That's my box, Mark. It's
Enjoy
mine.
your stay.
That's my...
Ow! Oh, oh, that was mean.
All right, well, we are in the thick of it now. But don't you worry, because we've been through worse. Oh, yeah. And I think we're gonna get out of this just fine this time, too.
Hey,
Hi. Hello. Rude. Okay. Much like every choice I've ever seen in my life, I see two ways out of here. Either we cozy up to the guards over there, or we try to rally the prisoners to our cause. I don't know which should be the best choice. What do you think?
alrighty, guys, we're up to another choice. And should we charm the guards, or should we just join? What happens? Okay, right now we are in the middle of a choice. And right now we are in prison after stealing some box, which I think should belong to me. And we can either charm the guards or rally the prisoners to get out. So, what do you guys in the chat say? What do you guys suggest? What do you guys suggest? Because this stream, I really need your help with it. Alright. Okay. So, would you, if you were in jail like this, would you charm the guards or rally the prisoners? Rally the prisoners is most reasonable. Okay. Sure, we'll go with that. Unless Kayla Fowler, the gamer/blogger, is actually still here and would like to ask her own opinion. You know what? I don't even think she's here anymore. Or maybe she is and she just doesn't even know that we're at this part. So, let's rally the prisoners.
Good call. Now, the easiest way to get these guys on our side is to earn their respect. And trust me when I say, I know a thing or two about respect.
Really?
Hey, you! I want to talk about respect. It's something that we've been really missing here lately. Now, I need you to respect me and help me and my friend break out.
Oh! Hey! Uh-oh. And Mark is dead again.
Break out of this place?
Wait.
Why would anyone want to break out? The outside world recoils in fear, thinking if they slip up, they'll get locked up in here. You're killing yourself just to make ends meet, while I'm working on my tan and kicking on my feet. You can't be living in prison, there's always something to do. And you know who's paying? Everyone but you. Every day I wake up to a nice hot shower. Don't pay the water bill, so I'm scrubbing for hours. Shoot some hoops, stand at weights in the yard. Maybe blow off some steam, steal the rookie card.
And there's nothing more exquisite than when I get my 14-minute conjugal visit.
Come on and meet the gang. There's Jimmy the Pickle and Shithole Hank. He makes the best.
What kind of name is that? I'm not gonna say it.
There's Bam Bam and Tiny and Sparkles Mookie. And every single one of us scumbags agree. I don't wanna be free.
Okay.
Leave me in luxury.
Oh, that reminds me. I should probably turn the. Wait, it didn't even. You guys tell me to sing this song later. No thanks.
I never think about the world beyond, and I recall how I killed my mom. No, I don't wanna be free. Not the life of me. No.
What kind of nonsense is that? Of course I want to be free, right? But you guys want to be free if you're going to jail?
If I tried to live this good out there, I'd have to be 1,000 air. This is where I wanna go. So I'm just praying I don't make a roll. 'Cause I don't wanna be free. So tell me, do you still wanna be free? What's this? Oh. So you's the type of person with one of those family types waiting for you on the outside, huh? I, too, was once also one of those familial types. Before the incident, sis. Well, forget it. It's best if you just forget about those family bonds of uses. They ain't worth it. They're always just gonna leave you behind, so best to just stick with what's uses. The past ain't the kind of thing to be trifled with. So what's it gonna be, huh? You gonna stick with us?
Alrighty, guys. It's another choice. Lucky us. Am I right, guys? Alright. So, do you guys think I should stay in prison forever? Do you guys think I should, prison life for me? Or do you think I want to be free? Alright, I'm gonna take out my earbuds for a second and do a little dramatics. Just so I can get more. Alright. So, guys, I'm asking you. Do you think I want to be trapped in a... Okay. Huh? Oh. Lagu is saying be free. Alright, I'm asking whoever's still watching. Mainly, I also just want to do this. Do you guys think I want either to be behind bars for the rest of my life, even after hearing that song that they all just sang? Or do you think I'd like to be free and out of that rat hole and live a good life with that box once I get that back? That box. I want that box. Do you? I want that box back. Alright. You know what? Yeah, okay. Okay. Must have turned on the... Alright. I want to be free! And mainly because I actually do want to be free. Than being that crud. Also, let me pause this for a quick sec so I can get my earbuds back in. And let me just adjust the camera so it can face me a little more.
Oh, so it's like that, huh? Well, maybe I misjudged you. Maybe I was distracted by that handsome and/or beautiful face he uses. What, are we not good enough for you?
Oh,
you just like my dad. Always expecting, always judging, always criticizing me for my funny accent. Oh, don't talk like that, son. We're from Ohio. Well, guess what, Dad? You ain't the boss to me no more. You ain't the boss of nothing after what I did to yous. Oh, and I'm gonna do the same to yous.
Oh. Did we just enter a video game fight? Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Kill! Whoa! Hey, guys!
Wait! Wait.
Whoa.
Wait. Maybe I was wrong about yous. Maybe I was wrong about a lot of things. Look, it's too late for me. It's too late for us. But I can tell that yous got something worth fighting for out there. So what do you say? Let us let bygones be bygones and let me help yous be gone from this place. Now, what do you say?
Alright, guys. You know what? I think this is actually the last choice for you guys, because the third ending, I'm gonna pick it all on my own. I'm not gonna look at the live chat and listen to you guys, so this is the last one, I think. Like, both endings, one's a little short, so I doubt there's a good ending in there. And well, alright. If you guys don't come on up in the next few minutes, or when I feel like this is getting annoying, I'm gonna go straight to choosing. And then you guys will not be choosing again. Because there is a special ending I want to show you. And this stream, if Markiplier proves it, then, well, and I'll keep it up. But I'm just saying, guys, this is your one chance to make a difference in this stream. Last chance. So, what do you guys think? Thanks, and also, yes please, or thanks but no thanks. It's all up to you. He wants to help me break out. You know what? Choice is clear. Sorry guys. This is your last chance to try to change my mind or keep your opinions. So, it's over. Time's up.
right, let's get to work.
Huh?
What the hell is going on around here?
Hi,
Somebody
Mr.
turn off that infernal racket.
Oh, hi, Mr. Warden.
Don't make me come up there. Thank you. Now, a fight hasn't broken out here at Happy Trails Penitentiary in 15 years.
15?
Now, I hear you started. Oh, me? You? No, Warden, I wouldn't start no fights. I was just talking with my new friend here, getting them situated. I've heard enough. Stop talking like that. You're from Ohio, for Christ's sake. But Warden... No buts. Look, you're like a son to me. But I can't have my prisoners running around causing a ruckus now, can I? No. You understand, don't you? I knew you would. Put him in solitary. You're mine now. Boy, but Warden, but I said no buts.
Hey, guy, come on. No.
You.
Me?
One single peep out of you. One single squeak out of you. One microscopic iota of auditory projection, and I will toss your tuchus straight out of this prison right back into normal society. And you'd hate that, wouldn't you? Huh? I'm sorry, what was that? That's what I thought. Now get back to your cell.
Think you're pretty cool, don't you? Out here running around acting like a butthole. Well, guess what?
Let me out, dude.
You done hurt my feelings. You have no idea, soft hands, idea what that does to me. I hope you're happy. Dang it!
What the? Looks like a nice spread. Still, this ain't the life for me. Who is that?
Hey, buddy.
How did you...
Dude, looks like it might be time to break out of here. But before we do, I need you to put this on. Oh, listen, I know every nook and every cranny in this joint, but if I'm gonna help you break out, you sure as hell ain't knowing no nooks, no crannies. Because if you know, then you's gonna tell others, and then they's gonna tell others, and then suddenly everyone's breaking out when no one should be breaking out.
That makes sense.
Good move. Now let's get going.
Who knows if I might end up back in the...
Watch your head.
Alright, so I'm blindfolded.
Keep your head low through this bit. Now the timing's gotta be perfect on this one. It's easy. Just count and use his head. 751, 751, 75, and jump! Now you's gonna have to hold your breath for a little bit here. Oh boy! You never get used to the smell of that part. Hey, yous, remember that pattern from before? Well, forget that one, because this one's completely different. Don't get them confused. This one's 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, and jump! Now repeat after me. Duck, twist, jump, pull, push, drop, jump, spin, spin, reach up, grab, pull hard. And there you have it. Yeah, free as a blade. Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, and I think this is Uses? Yeah. I stopped by the warden's office to have a little chat then. I saw that thing that you walked in with, so I don't know. I thought you wanted.
My box.
Me? Out there? With you? Hey. And I've done a lot of bad things.
Well, yeah, they were gonna put you in solitary, dude. Even if you get out, you might be able to at least have fresh air.
For now, anyway. Maybe next time parole comes up, I'll... Yeah, anyway, I better get back to it. You take care now, you hear? Hey, visitation every third Sunday.
And he went back to his prison life. So what's in the box? Oh, I remember, it's a scroll. What's that? This universal skeleton key can unlock any lock ever made. Whoa. Well, guys, we're leaving all of our pals in there, but all right. I want to be free. Try again. This is ending number 12 of 31. Alright guys, there is one ending left before I have to end the stream and, you know, be offline. But there is something I want to show you guys. The biggest ending that I've ever seen. Like, the ending to finally end this. Seemed pretty fun.
Hey, how's it going? Ever heard about this
what the
game called League of Legends? Well, you're hearing about it now. Check it out. Each game you get put into...
Alright. Alright. This is how you get the perfect ending. Sort of like a how-to. Alright, first off, you go to Guns Blazing. And you know what? Just to be nice, every part we've already seen, I'm gonna like get right to the good stuff. But since we're picking another ending, we're probably gonna go full parts from here on out. Car. To get to the perfect ending, we gotta take the car.
Good call. To be honest, I don't even know how to fly a helicopter.
Time to finally
it might still
see
be
it.
behind us. So we gotta get in and get out, and we gotta do that real quiet. So
I'm not gonna look at the live chat anymore. Sorry guys.
I'm gonna figure out how to hotwire this bad boy.
I hope you enjoyed the last part of my stream.
Okay, I got it. Right? This is working. We're gonna get... No. Okay, hold on. I know how to lose him. Okay. Yeah, take that. What, you see something? Oh, come on. Don't lose your head. We're not out of the woods yet. All right, anyway. No time for jokes. We're pulling off here. Hold on. And I think we're good. Let me consult my map real quick, but we are right where we need to be. Yeah, we're doing great. And we've got the box. Oh.
The box. Okay, so last time it had a scroll, and the first time it was a scroll, the second time it was a skeleton key. So what's really in there?
Our labor. But with those police patrolling around, we should probably stay here for a little bit longer. Why don't you take a nap? I'll take first watch, and I'll wake you up if there's any problems, any bandits, anything. Sweet dreams. Oh, hey, good morning, sleepyhead. Hope you slept well. There were no ambushes, no cops, no bears, no monsters in the woods, no nothing. For once, a plan went off without a hitch. So all you need to do is sit back, enjoy some breakfast while I drive us back to home base.
Who eats hot dogs for breakfast? Who skipped it? Alright, I'm in the driver's seat with these choices.
This is fine. It's fine. Because I don't think we're that far from base, so we could always just walk straight through the woods over there and find it. Conversely, I could try to fix the engine. I've seen at least one YouTube video on engines, so I kind of know what they look like.
Alright, in the next part, we gotta walk to base.
I've never seen... Oh, okay. Well, if you're sure. But could you hold on to the box? Just be very careful with it. Oh, boy. All right, let's get to it. Maybe it won't be that bad, you know? The weather's hot, but nice, you know? The air is good. It's good for the body, the lungs, the kidneys, the gallbladder. Oh. Well, this looks promising. Whoa.
Helicopter. I'm still mad about the fact that we stole the box.
So if we just go... Whoa! Crap? I mean, I know we robbed a museum, but I didn't know it'd cause such a ruckus.
think it was us. Or maybe it was. Alright. Mark, you okay?
Hey, look out. Hey, behind you! Behind you! Oh my god, we gotta go. Hey, we gotta go now. We gotta go now. Hey. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Let's go, come on. Go! Go! Come on. Come on, hurry up! In here. What the hell was that? Hey, you okay? Hey, you all right? Was that a cough? Are you getting sick? Here, now! Man, okay, do you need to tell me if you're getting sick, okay? Because I can go get you some cough medicine. I just need to know if it's that important. Maybe I can get you some cough drops. Maybe you could, like, use a rock and think it's a cough drop. Like, we don't have lots of options to deal with right now.
Then we have to select I'm fine. Because if we tell him the truth, that's going to get us an ending.
No, you're not okay? Wait, so no, you're not okay? Okay. Anyway, if you're good, then we need to find out what's actually happening out there. Seems like the gunfire died down at least. Maybe it's not so bad.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus! Oh my God! The world is ending! Also, I'm on fire! Ah!
Okay, and he died in an explosion.
Well, maybe that'll be the worst of it. Either way, we gotta figure this out. What we don't know is what's actually happening out there.
Oh, the pain! Damn this very obvious zombie apocalypse!
That's...
What the hell?
Okay, that's...
I mean, I can make an educated guess as to what's happening, but we need solid info if we're gonna make it out here alive.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, a zombie's eating my legs! It's got both of my legs! Not the pinky toe zombie, that's my...
Okay.
Let's find something to help us survive.
Uh-huh.
All right, now keep your eyes peeled. There's gotta be something in here that's gonna... Whoa! A radio. Oh, perfect.
Emergency broadcast. This is not a drill. Stay in your homes and lock your doors. Do not try to establish contact with loved ones. This is an emergency...
That's depressing.
Are you having a bad day? Well, why not stop by Fort Brannigan? We're the last military stronghold left against the zombie hordes. We're holding and we are very trusting of pretty much anyone. So stop by if you're not too busy, and we'll treat you real good. There's food and shelter and hot showers and free prime rib. Just take a left at the diner and follow the signs.
Well, that sounds promising.
I'm requesting assistance at my research lab. I may have figured out what's happening here. I just need some help. Please, anyone in the nearby area, come to my lab. Just take a right at the diner and follow the signs.
That sounds like work. I don't know. Trust some science nut or trust an equally trusting military type person? You've been pretty good at making choices. Why don't you take another crack at this one? But I'm telling you, free prime rib.
Let's go to the scientist, because that's part of the big ending. The true ending.
Ugh. Well, I guess you've never led me astray thus far, so if you think this scientist is our best bet, I suppose I can trust your judgment. After all, you've never given me a single reason to think you'd ever betray my undying trust. Oh.
Yeah, except for my zombie bite.
Good. The coast looks about as clear as it's ever gonna get, so... Follow me. I'll go first. You go second. And whatever you do, don't let a zombie go third. Now stay low, stay quiet, and stay on the lookout for the sign. Okay. All right, then. This, maybe you should go first. I'll go second. Just watch out for zombies lurking around every corner.
I'm already infected. Those things can't hurt me.
Be anywhere.
Sometimes that's one of the biggest important parts about being infected by a zombie. It's not going to affect you later, because you already
I got
been
you
bitten.
good there. Ah, come on, don't be a dummy. Zombies don't hide around corners. They always hide in hallways or under your bed or in your closet or waiting for you behind. Oh, well, that's not very secret.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were zombies or raiders. You're not raiders, are you?
No, we're just lost.
Okay.
None of this makes any sense.
Exactly. None of this makes sense. Come inside, quickly, follow me. The zombies, the time, it's all out of whack. This way, and here.
The time.
I don't think any of this was supposed to happen. And I'm not just talking about the zombie apocalypse. That's weird enough by itself. Excuse me? Okay, sorry about that. But that's not the half of it. I think it's just a symptom of a greater underlying problem.
Oh, okay. So what do you expect us to do about it?
No, shut up. I don't think you're supposed to do anything because I'm still not quite sure that any of this is still happening. More specifically, none of this should be happening, and yet it is.
What do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense.
Look, a zombie apocalypse doesn't just happen all at once. It's a slow build over a few weeks, even by the most aggressive of theoretical scenarios. Haven't you two noticed?
I'm being
Wait.
Huh?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
No, time hasn't been funny at all.
Really? You haven't noticed things going unnaturally fast? Things happening out of order for one another? Strange coincidences? Bizarre memories
Whoa.
of things that you haven't
Wait,
even
we're
done
in jail.
yet?
Mark, what's
All
up?
within the last 24 hours?
Maybe.
My point is, there's
interesting.
something out there that's screwing up time and space. Some single thing is mixing a bunch of different timelines and realities together into a single dimension. They're all overlapping, and I know just how to track it.
Spare any food?
What's a raider in this?
And I know
like,
just
what
how
the
to
heck
track
is a
it
raider?
down.
I don't think that was a raider. Hey, is a gun?
No, it's a scanner. It's gonna help us track down the anomalies.
Oh.
It's like a dowsing rod, but for temporal inconsistencies.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does. So what I need from you two is to accompany me as we hunt down the anomaly. This can't be right.
What's happening?
Oh my God. You're the anomaly!
No way, that's impossible.
Oh, yes, it is! It's possible!
Whoa.
Whatever you're thinking about doing, you need to carefully reconsider it, okay?
Oh, I've thought about this plenty already. If we destroy the source of the disturbance, all the timelines will be set back into their original state. No more zombie apocalypse, no more time skips, no more overlaps. We're gonna be saving the world.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do.
How can you?
Look, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. And besides, if it works, your friend here will just reset to their original timeline.
Or you'll just kill them outright.
They'll be fine.
There's gotta be a better way.
I've done the calculations. The math checks out.
Okay, guys.
It's time to go, anomaly.
I don't care what the math says. It's time to stay, friend.
Goodbye,
For the greater
anomaly.
good. That's the final ending, guys. This is how you get to it.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're sorry now, are you? You were just trying to kill them, and now you're sorry?
Hey, I'm not doing this because I enjoy this. I'm trying to save humanity here.
Oh, well, great job, you big hero.
I'm not trying to be a big hero. I'm just doing what needs to be done.
Mark! And now he's dead.
Oh my God.
Or is he dead?
I am
Oh, he's alive.
so sorry.
But,
I
barely.
am so sorry.
Okay, I'm marginally less sorry now.
Buddy, you gotta get out of here. Just run as fast as you can. Take the box with you. You can still survive.
No, they can't. They've still been bitten by a zombie. They've probably got a few hours left until they turn. What's this box you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, before we got here, before the whole zombie apocalypse happened, we were breaking into this big museum downtown. And it was awesome. We broke into the most secure vault in there, and we stole this priceless ancient
Why
artifact.
would you steal?
So
Why
cool.
would you
We had
tell
these
her something
grappling
like
hooks
this?
rolling. And we swung through the glass.
Wait, shut up.
What?
So you're saying that you stole an ancient, priceless artifact immediately before the world went to shit?
Basically.
And your friend here has it in their possession?
That's what I was saying. We broke into the vault, grappling. I did a backflip.
Shut. But, can I see this box of yours?
Yeah, sure. Take the box, because I don't want to die.
That's it. Pretty cool, right?
The box. The box is the disturbance.
This is the anomaly.
This is the anomaly.
I'm destroying this thing right here, right now. Any objections this time?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was so hard to get. I had to...
Fire in the hole!
No! The ultimate ending, guys. And wait. Let's go ahead and check this out. Like, okay. Alrighty, guys. Let's check this out. There are like, wait a minute. These are all alternative timelines. All of them are. And okay, so I think this is where it all started. And all of these are different routes to take. Alright, so basically...
Hey, you know, that's a nice museum. It's big. It's colorful. Why are we here?
Ooh.
Oh, hey. Sorry. Museum is closed right now, so
okay.
you have to move along.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I like your black outfit though, all black, nice.
Yeah, stylish, right?
Is that the X2000?
Oh yeah, you collect?
Yeah, I got a grappling gun. I had the 1500.
Oh, upgrade's totally worth it.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately though, there is no grappling after 9, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's my fault. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah. Museum will be open tomorrow though. Come back.
Okay, sounds good. Have a nice day.
You too. Cheers.
Okay. Wait a minute. What's this? Says, whatever. Probably nothing.
So,
yeah.
It all just disappeared?
You, want to go on that date?
I don't want to be free.
Rolling.
Like I said, guys, this is the ultimate ending. Because this has the credits. Alright, guys, I'm gonna let you listen to the music. I, however,
I feel useless. Everyone's doing what I would normally be
gonna go
doing.
ahead and get ready to be off, I guess.
Make myself an annoyance and pop in everywhere.
You still have the box? You have the box?
Best to forget you just use it. Just best to forget about those familial bonds you use it. It's bad.
I also still want to see the ending number. All the different timelines.
You snooze, you lose.
Apparently, they were all binded until I destroyed the box, technically by handing it to that scientist.
Billy's dick bite.
While I did that, I actually saved myself. Because if I didn't, I would have been thrown into, well, whatever that was.
Don't throw your life away.
I would have killed if I didn't hand over that box. And all the timelines officially have reset to their original state. That is awesome, guys. Markiplier, great YouTuber. Subscribe to him for me, will you? Please. And if you want to go on your own hunt, I believe there is a card on my live stream that'll take you right to the first video.
Stop fighting.
The rest?
You're no fun.
You can do it from there. There are 31 alternative endings. I just showed you 2, and you're currently watching the 3rd ending.
It's gotta be worth the fortune.
So guys,
black market, but.
So guys, once the credits are done, see the ending number.
I love what you're
Done.
saying. Most people tell me to slow it down.
No.
This is like the final ending for this time.
Aggressive. Why?
I'll eat your liver. Son of a... No, you won't. I will. You'll put me in jail? No way. Oh, of course I'm not.
Them some digging.
That's a wrap on principal photography at Heist with Markiplier.
Alright, let's go ahead and get these back
I can't
on.
wait to see this come out, and the fans are just gonna absolutely adore every single second of it, and it's all because we did amazing things. So thank you, thank all of you, and the people that aren't here. They are dead to me because they abandoned it on the last day.
Rooster Teeth. I don't know who that is. Original YouTube Originals. The end. Alright guys, that was ending number 6. Now, guys, after basically a whole hour of this, I really gotta take that shower before it's too late, so, guys, alright, I'm gonna do everything in an order. So first, I'm taking my headphones out of my speakers. Then I'm gonna turn my speaker off. Now, where is it? Oh, there's the button. Next, and you probably guessed it, I am going to officially turn off the live stream. So, let me do my outro. Thank you guys for watching, of course. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel and all the other channels I listed in the cards on the top right corner. You guys should see them. And I will see you guys in my next video or live stream, I really don't know. And it is time for me to end this stream. I will make a video soon about my new server. Please join it. It's down in the link to it is down in the description below. And I wish you all a great day. This is DirectMinecraft signing off. Bye.